Imagine waking up one morning, reaching for the nightstand, and suddenly your foot slips on nothing, just flat floor, and your heart jumps into your throat. That moment of panic is something millions of people over 60 experience every single day, and you are absolutely not alone in feeling it. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 1 in 4 adults over the age of 65 falls each year, and falls are the leading cause of injury-related hospital visits in that age group. But here is what the medical community wants you to know. Most of those falls are not inevitable. They are preventable. And it starts with something as simple as a few minutes of gentle movement each day, right in your own living room, no special equipment required. Your body has been changing, and I know it's tougher at our age to accept that. The natural aging process brings real shifts in how your muscles, joints, and nervous system work together. There is a condition called sarcopenia, which simply means the gradual loss of muscle mass that begins around age 30 and accelerates after 50. The Stanford Longevity Center notes that without intentional activity, you can lose roughly 1% of muscle mass every single year. That might not sound dramatic, but over a decade, it quietly chips away at the strength and coordination that keep you stable on your feet. Add to that the changes in your inner ear, a key part of your balance system, plus slower nerve signals from your feet telling your brain where the ground is, and you start to understand why balance feels less reliable than it once did. This is not weakness, this is biology, and biology can be worked with. The World Health Organization projects that by 2026, the global population aged 60 and older will have grown by 1.5 times compared to just a decade ago. That means researchers, doctors, and physical therapists are investing more attention than ever into practical, home-friendly solutions for exactly what you are facing. The good news coming out of those studies is genuinely encouraging. Targeted balance exercises, done consistently, can measurably reduce fall risk within just 8 to 12 weeks. You do not need a gym, you do not need a trainer standing over you. You need a chair, a little bit of floor space, and about 10 minutes a day. Let's start with something called the heel-to-toe walk, sometimes called the tandem walk. Physical therapists use this as both an assessment and a training tool because it directly activates the neural pathways between your feet, your core, and your brain's balance center, the cerebellum. Here's how you do it. Stand near a wall or countertop, just close enough to touch it lightly if needed. Place one foot directly in front of the other so that your heel touches your front foot's toe, like walking a tightrope. Take 10 slow steps forward, then 10 steps back. That's all. A study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that adults over 65 who practiced tandem walking 3 times a week showed significant improvements in balance scores within just 8 to 12 weeks. Many people in their 70s and 80s do this every morning before their coffee. You can absolutely start today. The second exercise is the single leg stand, and it is more powerful than it looks. Simply stand behind a sturdy chair, hold the back lightly, lift one foot just slightly off the floor, and hold for 10 seconds. Then switch sides. That's 1 round. Try for 3 rounds on each side. Now, there's a wonderful piece of research from Harvard Medical School showing that the ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is actually associated with a significantly lower risk of falling, and even with overall longevity. Your single leg balance reflects the health of your stabilizing muscles, the glutes, the hip abductors, the muscles running along your lower leg. When those muscles are engaged regularly, your body gets better at making the tiny micro-adjustments that catch you before a stumble turns into a fall. In Uzbek families, there's a saying, "Yikilgandan kora ehtiyat bol," which means be careful before you fall, not after. That wisdom is exactly what this exercise embodies. Prevention always comes before recovery. Now let's talk about chair squats, because your leg strength is inseparable from your balance. Weakness in the quadriceps and glutes is one of the most reliable predictors of fall risk in older adults, according to research published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine.
Chair squats rebuild exactly that strength in a safe, controlled way. Sit at the edge of a firm chair, cross your arms over your chest or hold them out in front, and slowly stand up to a full standing position, then slowly lower yourself back down. Do not plop. Control the descent. Aim for 10 repetitions. Rest. Repeat if you feel comfortable. The sitting to standing motion mimics the exact muscle demands of catching yourself when you lose balance. Every time you practice it, you're literally training your body's emergency response system. Many people who start with just 5 chair squats a day find that within a month they're doing 20 with ease, and they report feeling more confident walking upstairs and getting out of the car.
The fourth exercise focuses on your ankles, which are the unsung heroes of balance. Your ankles are the first point of contact between your body and the ground, and they are packed with sensory receptors called proprioceptors that constantly send information to your brain about your position in space. When those receptors become sluggish from inactivity, your balance suffers. Ankle circles and calf raises are your solution. While seated, lift one foot slightly and draw large, slow circles with your toes. 10 in one direction, 10 in the other, then switch feet. Then, standing behind your chair, rise up onto your toes as high as you comfortably can, hold for 2 seconds, and lower back down slowly. Do 15 repetitions. Neurological research shows that regular ankle mobility work improves proprioceptive sensitivity, meaning your brain gets faster, cleaner signals from your feet. Think of it as recalibrating the sensors. The fifth and final exercise is something researchers call the side step and touch, and it trains what is known as lateral stability, your ability to stay upright when something pushes you sideways, which is exactly what happens on uneven pavement or when you pivot quickly in the kitchen. Stand behind your chair, step your right foot out to the right about 12 inches, bring your left foot to meet it, then step right again. Do 10 side steps to the right, then 10 to the left. It feels almost like a slow, gentle dance, and in a way it is. The lateral hip muscles engaged in this movement are the same ones that fire when you stumble and catch yourself. Strengthening them means stumbles stay stumbles, they do not become falls. A community center in Tashkent that introduced gentle movement sessions for older adults found that participants reported feeling noticeably more stable on public transport and on market sidewalks within just a few weeks, proof that these small, consistent movements translate directly into real-world confidence. Now, balance is not only about muscles and nerves. There is a meaningful connection between your sleep quality and your fall risk that often gets overlooked. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine has linked poor sleep to slowed reaction times, reduced coordination, and impaired judgment, all of which increase the chance of losing your footing. Adults over 50 who get fewer than 7 hours of sleep show measurably worse balance on clinical tests the following day. So if you're working on balance exercises and still not feeling steady, look at your sleep. 7 to 9 hours is the research-supported target. Even small improvements, going to bed 30 minutes earlier, reducing screen light before sleep, can show up in how steady you feel on your feet. Nutrition plays a role too. Vitamin D deficiency is extremely common in adults over 50, and it directly impairs muscle function and balance. A large meta-analysis published in the British Medical Journal found that vitamin D supplementation reduced fall risk by nearly 20% in older adults who were deficient. Ask your doctor to check your levels. Foods rich in calcium and magnesium, leafy greens, almonds, seeds, also support the muscle contractions that keep you upright. Protein at around 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, as recommended by the Stanford Longevity Center, helps preserve the muscle mass that makes all these exercises actually build strength rather than just move tired tissue. Here's the most important thing to carry with you from everything shared today. You are not slowing down. You're building a stronger, steadier tomorrow.
Every single time you do a tandem walk along your hallway or rise up onto your toes at the kitchen counter, you are investing in the version of yourself that walks into the next decade with confidence. These exercises are not about fighting age. They're about honoring the body you have, giving it exactly what it needs to function at its best. Consistency matters far more than intensity. 10 minutes every day will change your balance more profoundly than one hard session once a week. Start with whatever feels comfortable and build from there. Many people in their 70s and 80s around the world do these movements daily, and they're thriving. If you found value in this today, please leave a comment below telling us which exercise you plan to try first: the tandem walk, the single leg stand, the chair squats, the ankle circles, or the side step. Your comment might inspire someone else who is watching. If this was helpful, a like and a subscription go a long way in helping this channel reach more people who could use this information. And if you have any existing health conditions or have recently had a fall, please do speak with your doctor or a physical therapist before starting any new exercise routine. Links to helpful resources are in the description below.